Dr. McNeil reminds me of my mother. I don't like my mother.
I feel like Dr. Chin is like Dr. Who. Not because Dr. Chin is smart or clever, but because he wears bow ties like Doctor Who. Bow ties are cool.
I still don't know if Wellington is his first or last name. That is my first name.
Who likes visiting with someone that sees into your soul? I don't know what to say about that.
His tests are deliciously evil. Yes, they are.
Mr. Scrivener teaches us too much about comp in college composition. Well, my friend, that's a pretty serious concern. I think you should probably tell Dean Bolter about that one to get it settled right. But you might want to double check your two. You used the wrong one.
I could listen to Kevin talk all day with his silky voice and charming sense of humor. Actually, I think I'll set a loop of his jokes on my phone to play at night to help me sleep restfully. He must crush weights all day to maintain that perfectly toned body. Oh, how I wish I could be part of his squad.
She wears black so often, sometimes I forget I'm in class and not at a funeral. You are at your own funeral when you're in my class.
How on earth can he read off of such a small piece of paper? I'm trying to save the planet.
Dr. McNeil's jewelry is big and sometimes distracting. Okay, now where did they get that one? Really, seriously, like no validity whatsoever.
It was interesting to be taught the Bible by the male version of Mary Poppins.
He gives too many fake bonus points. He once gave me 8,000 for showing up to class. Never saw it on my grade. Yeah, I remember doing that. Yeah.
She's the only professor I know that greets me with a holy kiss. What's wrong with that?
The only thing that puts me to sleep quicker than Dalton's American Experience class is Riley's voice.
I've never felt environmentally conscious until I received one of her 5-pound syllabuses. Syllabi, I believe you mean.
I bet Andrew Borger can fake a Spanish accent better than Espinosa. Well, we'll have to see about that.
Sal de la hierba.
He forced us to work in random groups. I got stuck with my ex, and the rest of the semester went downhill.
I started to actually like Mr. Riley when I saw him doing donuts in the plaster parking lot on his moped. Funny, it looks like you mostly eat donuts as opposed to watching me do donuts.
She gives more handouts than Bernie Sanders. Is that supposed to be an insult? Bernie's my man.
Mr. Scrivener has a cute giggle. I guess that's a compliment, actually.
His taste in music is as bad as his lectures. How would you know when you're always asleep?
The only thing I remember from Spanish 1 is, ¿Qué hora es? Do you remember the answer? Ocho?
My friends told me he made history come alive for them. He only ever made me fall asleep.
It's not a bad class, but I think she's a Democrat. Can I help it if I'm still feeling the burn?
His dancing is like the sound in an old Chinese action flick. Way off. How about this robot?
Good teacher, but sometimes I wonder what actually is in that teacup. I'll never tell.